Hello guys, welcome to another video of Learn Pix, and today we'll be learning how to make an effective but simple YouTube thumbnail. So this video is not for the pros but for beginners, and we'll be using some simple tools, some simple methods to create an effective YouTube thumbnail. As we all know, when we go to YouTube and search for anything, for example, I'm searching here how to make dalgona coffee. Okay, so we have a list of videos over here, but only few gets our attentions. It's due to the thumbnails, and since it is good, even the image can do the thing. But again, okay, so here we have something. In this it says easy, so I'll be clicking on that particular one, and okay, there's another one with a good thumbnail. It says dalgona coffee without a whisk. Fine, so this is what thumbnail does. It really catch the attention of the viewers. So let's go to Photoshop and create a thumbnail in a much easier and simpler method. First of all, we need to create a new document, and when it comes to new document, we need to enter the width, height and the resolution, and also the color mode. So in order to know the width and height, every social media platforms have their own sizes, their own recommended sizes. So let's go and check out what is the recommended size provided by YouTube. I've already opened the link over here. I'm going to click on this particular link. So this is from Google, so this is authentic, and this is their own sizes. So come here, it says image size and resolution. Over here the resolution, it says, is 1280 into 720. So let's avoid this, let's not make it complicated. So the size recommended by YouTube is 1280 into 720. Now let's go back to Photoshop, and I've already entered over here. Again, just click on this, 1280 into 1280, height, that is 720. So this is basically half HD. Okay, again, full HD is 1920 1080. So this is half HD, which is 1280 into 720. The resolution normally for digital platforms is 7:2, but it's okay if we enter 100. But 300 is not necessary for a digital creative. It is only required for 300 is only required for printable design. So we just need to follow a simple resolution, which is of 100. In the color mode, since this is digital, we can make it RGB. CMYK is again for printing, so let's click on RGB. So all other options stay the same, so we need to change only these 4, and again it is in pixels, so it should not be any other of these measurements, since these are commonly used for printing. For all the digital purposes, pixels is always good. Now let's click on create. So we have a new document open over here. Now first, let's suppose we are doing a cooking video of a salad. So I've already got the image of the salad, and I'm going to create a thumbnail for this particular video. So I'm going to open the image first. I'm going to click on the image. It's opened in another tab. So this is our working tab, and this is image that we have opened. So what we need to do now is to right click on this image, drag it over here, bring it over here. See, you can see this icon. I'll just release it. Okay, so I'll just repeat it once again. Go to this document where the image is open, right click on it, drag it here, bring it over this white background. Just once you see this icon, the plus icon, just release it. Okay, now you have this opened in the artboard, but we have a white space over here. I want this image to be filled this particular artboard. So for that I need to make this image bigger. So for doing that I need to zoom down this image. So I'll click on Control and I click on minus. And now in order to transform, or in order to enlarge or lower or make shorter of this image, you need to click on Control and T. So this box comes over here. Now you'll be able to change the size of this image. So again, one more thing, in the latest versions of Photoshop, in order to move this lock, see now the enlargement is locked, but when you click on Shift, see it changes. The image is squeezed and its dimension is changing. So what you need to do is, in the earlier versions, now the latest version I mean is 2020, but if you're using a Photoshop which is before 2020, you need to click on Shift in order to maintain the aspect ratio. But if you're using a Photoshop which is of the latest version, then no need of clicking Shift. So again, if it is new, don't click Shift. If it is not new, please click Shift. So mine is a new one, so I'm going to click on, I'm not going to click on Shift, I'm just going to drag it until I get a good screen of the, until I get a good image view of this image. Now I'm going to zoom in so I have a perfect angle over here. Now I need to add the main title which will attract the viewers. So in this case it will be a vegetable salad. So I'm just going to type vegetable. I'm going to click on Shift, so in order to make it caps lock, Shift VEGETABLE SALAD. Fine, okay, I've typed it. So there's a big gap between these two texts, which is not good. So I'm going to click on, I'm going to select it, and over here is the box or the menus through which you can control the properties of this particular text. And if you're not unable to find it over here, you can always find it below Windows and click on character. So it's gone, character. So it's over. Now you need to decrease the size spacing between these two. So just click on this particular option over here. Just make it small. Okay, you can see how it is changing. Thank God my system is very slow. Okay, now we need to increase the size of this particular text. So you can click over here, make it 100. Wow, this is big. Again, the space between this is too low. You need to increase that, make it somewhere between 90. Let's make it better. Okay, now we have this title over here, which is like okay, but there's some problem over here since the background is white and it's not clearly standing out at this particular place. And again, the images, you may not be using the same image, so your image might be a white one. So in order to contrast this particular text, we can add a background to this particular text. In order to do that, just click on layers. Below this text layer, so this is a text layer, below that add a new layer. Now there are two ways you can do it, so again it depends on you. So we'll be using this marquee tool, which is just below the selection tool. Click here, go over here and just draw a box just below the text and add a color. So if you want to add a color to this text, to this selection, what you need to do is click on here, get a color from the image itself. That would be good. Since it's vegetable salad, I'll go with green. I click here, you can click on OK. So now the color is selected over here, but it is not applied into this selection. So what we need to do is click on Alt and click on backspace. So make sure the layer here is selected, the new layer is being selected over here. Okay, now Control D or go over here, select click on deselect. Okay, so this is only for the first letter. Now let's add to the second letter. Again the same process. Click on new layer, get the marquee tool, draw it over here. Again, make sure that a particular layer is selected. The color is green. Now click on Alt and backspace. Now that has been applied. So this is good. But we may add something more so that the viewers get engaged in this particular thumbnail. So I'll add another text which says quick and easy. So this salad was quick and easy in making. So I'll add quick and easy. Now I'm going to place it above this. Okay. Again, now so thumbnails are seen at this size on the websites and on your phone. On your phone it's maybe of this size. The vegetable salad is very legible even this size, but quick and easy is not legible, it's not visible. So again we'll add another background to this quick and easy. Again the same procedure. Create a new layer, go to marquee tool, just go behind, just draw a box surrounding this. Now we can select another color. Again double click on this color. So once we have this dropper symbol visible, just click on any color. I'll select red, click on red. Okay, so the red is selected. Now click on and make sure the layer is selected. Click on Alt backspace. So it has been applied to the selection. But we can see that text is out, so we'll just arrange the text. Click on this selection tool, click on the text, or here come on select the particular layer. Now just adjust it like this. Now we need to adjust this box. Again click on this box layer, click on Ctrl T or click on select. Click on Ctrl T, so it has been selected. Now since this is the newest version, I'm clicking on Shift. If it is not the new version, don't click on Shift. Okay, just arrange it. Double click on it. Okay. Now there is an issue with the text since the color is not contrasting with the red in the background. So we can change the color of this text. Click on this text. Double click on red or this circular selector, make it white, click on OK, then Alt backspace. Okay, so now this is much legible to everyone, as quick and easy is also readable, and even if you go down to this size, quick and easy is visible. This size it's okay, this size no. So but vegetable salad is very visible, so make sure the main title comes in this particular size. Now if you want, you can also add the branding like your logo or the name of this channel to this thumbnail. So for that I'll just add a logo over here. So I'll go to File, Open. So I've already kept a logo ready over here. I'll just click on this. Again click on right click on this image, drag it. So once you see the icon, drop it. Now place the image. Again this is all in one alignment. If you are a perfectionist, make sure it's all in one alignment because that will add beauty to your creative. And if you want, you can add the name of the channel. Mine is Choice of Fruits. Okay, so this is very big. You can do it in both ways. Either go and lower the size over here, or just click Ctrl T. Okay, so the thumbnail is ready and it's now ready to save. Now when you are saving this thumbnail, it is necessary to know what should be the size of this thumbnail when it is in the image format. for that we need to again check the guidelines laid by YouTube, and YouTube says that it should remain under 2 MB limit. So what is best, since it says 2 MB, it's always good to save it for web other than saving it as a normal JPG. The normal JPG saved as file, save as, you can go to JPG, so it can be saved as a JPG. The size would be sometimes more than 2 MB, but since we're using a very low resolution, it won't be happening. But it's always recommended, since this is for the web, it's always good to go to export, save for web. Now you can see the size over here, it's just 247 KB, which is like okay, it's great. And you can always change the quality of the image over here. Let's make it maximum, so it's just 500 MB max, 471. I just click on save. I'll type it over here, made, click on save. So this is our thumbnail, it's ready. Let's save it. This is how a thumbnail is made. I'm not making anything faster over here, since you people should be able to understand how it is done. So this is a simple and very quick. If you like this video, if you like this tutorial, please like this video. Also subscribe to our page, and if you wish to receive further notification to such helpful tips, please press the bell icon. So we'll get back to you with another video. Till then, bye.